Hi everyone, I'm your coach Todd Hughley, and today I want to talk about your health. Please do not take that for granted. We're going to talk about simplicity and really taking the technique out of the swing and scoring. That's the true measurement of how effective what you're learning is and if you can duplicate on the golf course. So before we get into that, please hit the subscribe button, like the video, comment below, and share so we can grow the channel. Now let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to say is please do not take your health for granted. This applies to everyone at all ages. You know, my battles and the past month has been extremely brutal. I have gone through some stuff that I just don't wish on anybody. And it's amazing how much that really just sucks the color out of life, and it makes teaching and coaching difficult. And that's my favorite thing in the world to do. So I love just coming out and making these videos. Now, on top of that, I want to talk about taking online lessons. Those are invaluable. A half-hour online lesson with a coach, whether it's through Zoom or FaceTime, has proven to be incredibly effective. The old school hands-on all the time is not what golfers need. I am convinced of that in this day and age. It's a simple, I need to see what's going on in your swing. Now I'm going to apply the proper drills to help you, and here's what we're going to do. And it's been remarkable from golfers of all skill levels and ages where we've corrected poor concepts, things they thought they were doing correct that were actually the opposite, not understanding how the body works. And a lot of the little things that we've tidied up have led to significant score changes. I'm talking from 100 shooters down to 90, and then 90 into the 80s, like low 80s, 81, 82, and even my golfers that were in the mid 80s are now in the 70s, simply from a few adjustments and changing some concepts. So that is huge when it comes to learning. And again, the health aspect of it, those play off one another, because a lot of us can't go out and beat hundreds of golf balls on the range. We need to maximize our learning time and our progress, and online lessons are great for that. Now, when it comes to taking the technique out of the swing, okay, yes, we do need to master the skill sets, grip, posture, where the golf ball goes in your stance, aim and alignment, tension levels. Those are all part of the foundations for each segment that we play, you know, full swing, short game, pitching, bunker play, whatever it may be. We have to have those correct. But then when it comes to the technique, it's basically being relaxed, allowing the club to get on balance and swinging that club head and letting your body keep up with it. Now, most people, their body is going to have a little bit of hip clearing, okay? Some people are going to be square, and that's fine. There's going to be different degrees depending on who the player is. Now, the other aspect of that is thinking that your back stays towards the target. It's extremely hard to come out and over the top if you feel your back stays to the target. Now, generally why that happens, it's just an inside takeaway that causes this to happen, or they have a good takeaway and then they try to spin their way to speed. But if the back was to the target, you're not going to try to spin your way to speed by either firing your hips or trying to rotate hard with your core. So if we're doing a lesson, we're going to talk about grip, posture, aim, and alignment. After we do an assessment of everything, we're still going to check what's going on just to make sure things are where we want them to be the most efficient and effective. And then after looking at a few swings, if you've got a phenomenal golf swing, we're going to talk about impact and talk about the release and what's going on there, because that's generally where issues come from with good players. It's a fundamental that's gotten off. One of those skill sets has gotten a little skewed, or their impact isn't where they want it to be. So we'll figure out why, and an online lesson can do that just like that. It's amazing. Now, once we talk about the grip and the fundamentals and that stuff, the next thing we're going to talk about is going from here to here. You're just going to go from here to here. Now, no, that's not teaching a flip. No, that's not teaching an early release. It's not teaching a cast. It's not teaching a scoop. It's actually teaching you what impact is all about. The club face is stable coming into impact because the toe is wanting to close. This is what it wants to do. And if you force it to stay open, that ball is going way to the right. Now, if you allow it to close, you're generally going to hit very good shots. But you're going to learn how to tap into this, levering the club up, going through in a very small shot, just up there. That's all you have to do. That is literally it. That's all we're trying to accomplish at this point. Just up and through, up, through. And it's all based around the tee to re-tee idea, where this tee in the backswing points at the ball, this tee points at the ball, because so many golfers struggle with the release. The game of golf is the fundamentals and the release. It's not body control, okay? The only thing we have to worry about on body control is that we don't move into the golf ball and we don't try to fire our hips. If we eliminate that, we're going to be so much better than you were 3 hours ago. If you go to the range and say, okay, I'm going to go tee to re-tee drill, and I'm going to feel my body just stays back, you're going to go, that's the best I've hit the golf ball. And if Todd's right, boy, I've been making this game hard on myself for a long time. Now you're going to go out, and I'm going to challenge you to make sure that you play either from the forward tees, which is a true test of skill, or the whites, if you want to do that. But again, you're just going to go here, here. This is your test of golf. Now, you're setting the club very quickly. So many people are going to say that's wrong, but yet so many of my golfers whose handicaps and scores are lowering are going to say that's 100% correct. I posted a video of myself the other day when I was at the height of my powers, and everybody's like, it looks so effortless and simple. And I have golfers who do that when they 100% buy in, set the club here, their body feels like it doesn't move, and they just whip the club head through. They are so good. They're plenty long. They're actually longer than a lot of players. They're trying to do all this crazy body stuff, and they're accurate because their grip is on there, which takes care of the club face. They understand path, and they understand how to practice. So that's what we're going to dial in right away. And then from there, we're going to lengthen it out. We're going to lengthen it out a little bit where your arms feel like they stay connected and go through. So again, here we go. There's a lot of speed there, and I've moved up here, so I can probably scoot back a little bit. You can get a little bit higher. And I'm swinging in second gear, and it might look a little bit faster, but that's because I'm allowing no tension, letting that club head take off. Stop chasing shaft lean. Stop chasing, try to shallow the shaft in a forced manner. Stop trying to spin your way to more speed. Allow the club to swing. And here's a great thought. Go from hands over right shoulder, hands over left shoulder. That's all I want you to think about. And you're going to go, wow, I've never hit the golf ball that good. So tee to re-tee. Then we get a little bit longer. Hands over right shoulder, slow down, hands over left shoulder, or vice versa. And quit worrying about your body. So in the meantime, I'm giving 15% off of all online lessons. I'm busy as it is, but please take advantage of that because that's not going to be around very long. But this information is fantastic. Grip, posture, alignment. There's no magic pills or beans or anything you can take, but this is as close as it comes. Understanding getting that club on balance. Who cares if your arms are a little bit bent? Doesn't matter. Whip the club through. You're going to be just fine. So I hope you like this information. Any questions, please let me know. Now get out there, start practicing, and let's improve.